There we go. All right, there we go. Looks like we're live, or maybe. Now it looks like we're live. There it is. Give it a second. It'll catch up. Hi, everyone. Good evening. How are you? Hold on a second. Darn it. Hold on a second. You're not hearing the game music. I'm going to have to exit and come back. Give me a second. Give it 1 second. Audio glitch. Weird thingy. Let's try this again, shall we? There we go. We're relaunching. This should do. This should do just fine. Just give it a moment. Hi, Kylie. Good to hear from you. Welcome back. Welcome back. That's better. Now I'm hearing things. The right things. Beautiful. Okay. Now that will do. All right. And we're up. We're good. Again, as usual, let me know if there's any issues like that. I might not have noticed right away. My sound was coming through the wrong speakers, and wasn't hearing it quite right, but I could hear it because it was over there. So I wasn't sure if it was weird or not. Anyway, problem solved, I think. So, now that that is settled, we are right back to where we left off, playing Greedfall, working on a couple of mercantilist conspiracies and corruptions and such. So let's see what we have to do next. I got some, I guess, clearance. They were on sale, and it was after Halloween, so I have to assume clearance. Some various pumpkin beers from Elysian. Tonight's is a coffee ale, a coffee pumpkin ale. I've tried 3 of the 4. It's called the Punkachino. Punkachino. Not Pumpkachino. Punkachino. Punkachino. Because it's, I assume, because I guess if you're going to combine the word pumpkin with something, you don't combine pump. It's pun. Punkachino. As in pumpkin. I guess? Or maybe it's Punkachino because it's a pun about coffee and about pumpkins. Maybe it's that. I don't know. This is not one that I've tried so far. The other three have been good, of varying degrees of pumpkinness. Had one last night before, the other pumpkin ale, which was really good. It's really, really good. It was Imperial pumpkin ale. It was very pumpkiny, satisfactorily pumpkiny. This one, I don't know yet. We'll see. Coffee ales are. I don't often get coffee ales. I usually get coffee stouts. Coffee ales a little less common. Pumpkin stout they had was quite pumpkiny and very nice and creamy, and it wasn't as spiced as I thought it would be, and that contributed. That was very good, I think. I've got my old reliable Students for Liberty bottle opener. Great organization that makes a great bottle opener. Fits right in your wallet. Not sponsored or anything. I just think that they do some good things. Anyway, Ellie says the coffee one was actually good. Tastes like mocha. This one? Let me see. Well, cheers. Here, let's give it a try. Kind of does. I'm not really getting the chocolatiness I would from a mocha. You know, honestly, I would expect them to go the lazy route. And just go like, oh, it's pumpkin spice latte flavor, but it's definitely not. It is not pumpkin spice. It's pumpkin. It's pumpkin and it's coffee, which also makes me kind of disappointed that pumpkin spice lattes don't have more of a pumpkin flavor now that I'm tasting it here. Really should. Because pumpkin spice lattes just taste like mulling spices. That's it. That's all it really is. This, on the other hand, this is pumpkiny. This is delightfully pumpkiny. And coffee-ish. It's very good. I like it. I definitely... I don't know. This might be my favorite of the 4. This might be my favorite. This stout was spectacular. They're all good. They've all been good. One of them, the other pumpkin ale, not the Imperial Pumpkin Ale. The Night Owl was the Imperial Pumpkin Ale. There's another one that wasn't as good because it wasn't all that pumpkin-y. It was more or less just an ordinary sort of dark ale. It's good though. As I said, I had a sip, not the whole bottle, because caffeine was caffeine, but it was good. Does it have caffeine? I just don't know. A pumpkin ale with the attitude of a world-weary barista. Puncacino. Can't say it right. Puncacino packs a short shot of Stumptown coffee in your pint with just a shake of cinnamon and nutmeg. Contains lactose, but does not seem to contain caffeine. 6% ABV. Unfiltered and may contain sediment. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, no, there's no caffeine listed anywhere, so I don't think so. I don't think this one actually has caffeine in it. Which was my intention. I was hoping it didn't, because I have to get up early tomorrow for class, and I don't want to be up late past stream. So as you can tell, I mean, you can't tell, but as you could tell, as you will be able to tell throughout the stream, I don't have my coffee with me tonight. I just this one. Anyway. Very good, though. Very, very good. Now we have to wait for 10 hours. Well, 10 in-game hours. 1 minute is 2 seconds, so we're at 30 to 1 time scale, so 10 hours. 10 hours is... 10, dude. And it's 30, so a minute is... a minute and a half an hour. 20 minutes. So instead of waiting 20 minutes, let's sleep. Till dusk. Okay. Oh, maybe we should go quickly though. Oh boy. Oh, well. Yeah, well, at least it's right there. I think we can do it. Oh jeez. We got like 20 seconds to get there. We can do this. Yeah, it's right there. 2 minutes. 1 minute.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all serene.
Okay, right now. There it is.
It's such a pleasure to see.
Yeah, this is boyfriend stayed until 3:45 playing Minecraft recently. The house looks amazing in the game now. That is one of those games that I never really got into Minecraft very much. But that is certainly one of those that you can get yourself completely lost in and have no notion of the passing of real time. Closest I've done to that, as far as like I don't know, world and base building kind of games, is No Man's Sky. Very nice game. Way better than it ever was at launch. And it's very much like that. There's the exploration aspect, which really does have its own nice element to it, and its own almost hypnotism. But then also there's the base building stuff, which is very Minecrafty, and it's really, really well done nowadays. It's very good. All right, how about this trap?
Did they take the bait?
Yes, Your Excellency, and I am very happy to see you. One of them came to the shop yesterday.
Yeah.
He gave me 24
Really?
hours to raise the money required, which means that the entire gang could appear any minute now.
Perfect. I'll hide and wait for their arrival. And rest assured, I will not let them go.
Hooray! Yeah, let's just beat him up,
Thank you for your visit.
shall we?
See you soon.
Do. Is this hiding? This is hiding, right? Oh. No, it wants me to hide over here. Fair
I
enough.
hope you have what we're looking for, my good friend. Our man with the silver coin is not known for his patience.
Well, I moved heaven and earth to collect the sum, but alas, I ran out of time.
More fool you if you think
This was the
Egon
corrupt
will be
guard,
satisfied with your sorry excuses.
if I'm to remind you.
You know what happens to those who refuse to pay.
Leave this man alone at once. You're under arrest.
We'll see about that. And who will stop us? We are the guard.
You're nothing but bandits in disguise. Yield without a fuss and you'll have the right to a trial.
Nice.
Really? And then it'll be the gallows. Do you think we're pushovers?
I mean, yes.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spell.
You've no magic. Drink a potion.
No, I'm gonna switch weapons. Okay, that'll do.
I'm eternally grateful, Your Excellency. You saved my trade. And my life.
Stay alert. Their leader was obviously not present.
I heard about the man with the silver coin.
Silver coin, huh?
This is the first time they told me his name.
If they let him escape, it's only because they were thinking of killing you.
I beg you, find this Egon and stop him.
Egon.
None of us will be safe as long as he's free.
Don't worry. I don't intend to let him go.
You'll find all you need in our
Wonderful.
selection.
Let's loot their bodies. Ooh, letter signed by Egon. Marked silver coin. Okay. I hope that you will manage to make this stingy merchant pay. We'll no longer tolerate his late payments. I will wait for you in the alley in front of the barracks. Don't be late, Egon.
We must find this Egon. At the barracks, perhaps.
Maybe I should do,
The silver coin is probably a better lead.
maybe instead of that voice for Egon, I should do the Egon from Ghostbusters. But first, let's see if I can. No, darn! I need higher accuracy for the nice pistol. No, well, that's fine. I can live without it. Wait. Ooh. Let's go with the fashionable hat. Fashionable. Alright. Okay, so we're going up to the guard post. The alley behind the guard post. That way. Alright.
Come closer, good people. Liquor and wine for the
Okay. Silver District, man with the silver coin. I have to wonder if there's some relation here.
So,
Probably
Ben,
not.
how's it going?
Everything's fine, Lieutenant.
Nothing to report. All our friends are quiet.
Perfectly quiet. As soon as they hear about a silver coin, they start trembling.
Good. It would be a shame to have to make another example of them, right?
Oh, there's no need, Lieutenant. They've been as sweet as lambs since Renault's accident.
Accidents happen so quickly. I'm waiting for another delivery today. Have you seen your comrades?
No, they must have stopped at the tavern on the way. As soon as we see them, we'll send them your way, Lieutenant.
I hope those idiots
No,
aren't
they're
drinking
dead.
my gin.
No one would dare do that to you, Lieutenant.
I hope not. Or I'll have to remind them that the silver coin can shake everyone, even the guards. Well, I'll leave you. I have urgent business to attend to. Now, don't forget to send me those drunkards.
Farewell, Lieutenant.
There's no doubt. Here is our man. Let's follow him discreetly.
Discreetly, huh? Alright. Couple things. First of all, I also maybe ought to mention I have some incense going. Myrrh tonight. Often I'll use frankincense, but I have frankincense, I also have myrrh. So that's what I've got tonight. It's earthier. And then also, because, as you saw from the thumbnail, I was inspired by basically playing the character of Stefan. I also have Stefan Cat. He has a little tail. Unlike the thumbnail, he's got a tail. Anyway, here's a little Stefan Cat. He's good. He's very good. He's from the game. Apparently, it's a mobile game or something. Cats versus Pickles. It's a cat and it's pickle. But anyway, I've told this story before, I think, but we found little Stefan cat here, in the toy section of Cracker Barrel. And of course, we had to get it because it was adorable. Saoirse loved it, but even more so, we did. It's definitely ours. It's like 20% hers.
Who are you? You're following me?
Oh no,
Indeed.
no.
We would like to talk to you about the silver coin, Egon.
Oh,
It's
crap.
now or never.
Darn it. Get back here. Crap. Made a terrible mistake here.
Egon? You must be mistaken. I don't know anyone by that name.
Do not take us for fools. We heard you speak with your men.
I don't know what you've heard, but you're wrong. I'm not Egon.
Regardless, you are implicated in a murder and in the extortion of merchants.
Is this okay?
You are therefore under arrest. And we will finish by having you tell us who Egon is and where to find him.
Oh yes, we'll see about that.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I'll show you what gods are made of.
So, have you finally decided to follow us?
So you can torture me. You can do whatever you want. I'll not tell you anything. I don't know who Egon is. I'm just a middleman. You're wasting your time.
You must know more than you're willing to say. Come on!
I'd rather die.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Okay. Well. Oops. Fine, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, we've been getting, we got this cat versus Pickles from, the first one, of course, Stefan Cat, or Distinguished Gentleman Kit, as Kylie says, from Cracker Barrel. The trouble is that they didn't restock them. And so they barely had any left. We had to dig through the other stuffed animals, and we wound up finding a couple more just last week or 2 weeks ago, or recently. We found a robot one, and a peanut butter and jelly one, which were very cute as well. But we were expecting that they would continue to stock these things so we could keep collecting them. But so far, no dice. We've only had now the 3 of them. Now there is, I think, 1 pickle, but we've basically taken a side in this war of cats versus pickles, and we are firmly in the cat camp, so to speak. And so we are not really interested in collecting pickles. There is I think it was a mermaid pickle, which is weird, but I think it was a mermaid pickle.
The silver coin.
That
His
we
symbol of recognition.
haven't gotten.
I have to show it to Manfred.
Alright, who's Manfred? Okay, coin guard, huh? Alright, fair enough. But yeah, it was one of those that I was hoping would become a big old collection. But now we're just kind of waiting and hoping, I suppose, hoping we find more of the things someday. Because as you can tell, like as you can see, super adorable. They're really cute. They're really, really cute. They're very snuggly. They're little beanbags, so they're very snuggly. They're like Beanie Babies, if you remember those. You don't, Kylie. I know you were a child, but someone twice your age might remember Beanie Babies. These things, it was this, but shaped like actual animals instead of shaped like a bean. But I don't know. I think this is actually kind of cuter. Anyway. All right. Let's see about the silver coin.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I conducted my investigation on the extortion organized by members of the Guard. I think I've put an end to it, at least temporarily. Unfortunately, I had to kill some of them as they were about to attack a merchant. but there are still some other soldiers involved that I should tell you about.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will have these men arrested immediately. These foolish brutes not only harm your merchants, but the entire reputation of the Guard. But you said you've only put an end to it temporarily. What makes you think this criminality might resume?
Their leader is still on the loose. They call him
Got a
Egon,
reward for that.
although I doubt it's his real name. I got hold of one of his lieutenants. He was carrying a silver coin, which seems to be a symbol of recognition between the gang members. But the man preferred to die rather than tell us anything about his leader.
Loyalty? Or terror?
Terror, I fear. From the merchants to the guards, everyone seems to tremble in front of this Egon.
I don't know any guard of that name. But as you said, it's probably a pseudonym. Here, Your Excellency. Take this. On behalf of the Guard, to thank you for settling this case. And rest assured that I will conduct a thorough investigation on my side. I'll also make sure that in future the City Guard is made up only of men of trust.
Thank you. I will return to see how your investigation is going. I don't take this matter lightly.
Is there anything else?
Nope.
No, thank you.
Level. All right. So, first of all, let's level up. No skill points, sadly. It's okay, we have the things we need. Attributes. Probably want to get willpower for more magic. Or mental power. I don't know. I'll think about this. Well, I think about this. Yeah, I once again, well, let me put it this way. I was about to talk a little bit about a potential D&D quest. I guess I have to be a little more vague because, Kylie, you're here, and WizKid may show up at any time, and I don't want exactly, and Erica as well, that makes 3 out of 6 players who regularly watch my streams, so I can't talk about anything in too much detail, obviously. But there is some corruption in the City Watch to be investigated. Although I will say, to be completely upfront about it, I based it a little bit more on some quests from Dragon Age 2 rather than from here. So this is not exactly giving us any spoilers. The other thing I wanted to mention as well, before I come back to that, if me being up here winds up being a problem, like long-term big problem, I can move. But I'm not sure where to move to, because subtitles are down here, down in the bottom in this game, which I don't like. I actually really like that about the Dragon Age franchise, that the subtitles are up along the top, because it draws your eye to the eye level of the characters, rather than, like, kind of forcing you to stare at their chests and or the stuff around there. It's awkward, unnecessary. Yeah, let's go with willpower. Thought we had a talent point. Did we not? No. We didn't, I suppose. Thought we had a talent point. We don't. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, the relevant parts.
A bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
I didn't really need to do much there. A lumberjack's outfit. Oh, good. Claymore, all studded. Alright. Let's see about equipment here, because that may be a better... no. Can't. Nope, can't use that. Stuck with that. Stuck with the Rusted Saber. Alright, fine. This isn't a faction. That's just clothes. No, okay. Vasco. There we go. That's better. Now let's keep the foil with the, I don't know what those do. I'll have to figure that out. Crafting stuff at some point. Shiora. Alright, good enough. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, Really, questions about that I actually have. A couple of questions about that. Do that eventually. Eventually. Ghosts. Ooh. Wow! Okay, that's big. That is pretty big. Alright. That is a bigger map than I thought. The Ptolemy governor. With a bridge alliance. Okay, let's meet. Let's not do that. Let's go to... Not the Big Namari. Yeah. Actually, you know what? No. Yeah, let's do the Bridge Alliance stuff. Anyway, question I was meaning to ask, primarily of Kylie, since you're here at the moment, and I'll suppose WizKid when he gets here, talking about what our player characters, what IDK, as our party is known, is planning to do next. There are a great deal of options as far as what to do exactly. There's that whole quest board, of course.
It's a great pleasure to see you again at the...
Okay, got it. Let's sell junk.
One armor that fits you like a glove.
Our latest discussion was because we have the regions. Yeah. We have the opera coming up. I mentioned in the Facebook chat, in the group chat. There's an opera coming up. Now let's just go. Let's just go. This is the opera. I were invited as a something of a thank you, as a reward for your last quest, Blue Alley. Then, and that is in a couple of days. Then you've got a little while before the next quest you're planning on doing, which is the cargo escort. So there was some talk about helping to investigate some potential corruption in the guards. This being what made me think of that. Our last quest here, what made me think of that. And so, if we want to do that, we certainly can.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go. Let's See if you can ward off this fate.
Okay. These, what the heck are these? Owl boars? They look like owl boars. But I'm not supposed to explore. Exploring is bad. That's a chicken. Or turkey, maybe. I don't know. But the exploring the corruption, trying to investigate the corruption of the guard, or I guess the city watch, technically. Serena. New Serene. No. Okay, yeah, this is the Bridge Alliance area. But it won't tell me how to get to the other places. So let's go to the Bridge Alliance first. Let's go. Anyway, though, camp in the woods. Our camp. I guess the merchant camp, not our camp. Whatever. Unless merchant refers to our faction, that is... I'm not sure. During long journeys, you can stop at a wandering merchant's camp. Okay, buy or sell. Manage companions, access your chest, crafting. Alright. Easy peasy. Tutorial. Anyway. Continue. Ooh. Old rusty rapier. Well, I can't use that because I don't have the agility for it. Darn. I can no, I can't. That needs strength. That takes rifles. Traveling suit. Guard cape. Ooh, adds my charisma. Oh my. Yes, absolutely. Oh, it's the same. He can't wear a cape? Siora. None of them can wear a cape. Only I can wear a cape. What is this? This is ridiculous. Anyway. Yeah, that would be the that would really be the question of what is to come between now and the next actual quest. If we're actually going to, if we want to do the city watch thing before we do the before we do the quest to escort some cargo. Valuable cargo, as it so happens. Galizax, okay. I like that. I like it. Just crafting. I don't have any of these. Oh no, I need crafting. Well, okay, nothing for now. Alright, anyway, let's move along.
Honor Manawi, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
We're in the middle of his quest. Gonna be in the middle of his quest, so let's... actually, let's switch our party. Let's bring Kurt. And... oh, we need to keep Vasco. Oh, that's odd. Forgot about that. Okay. Huh. Oh, right, because we're kind of doing his personal quest. And we kind of went the wrong way for that, but that's okay. Anyway. Yeah, Kylie, give me your thoughts on questing. As far as what should be next, whether we... and of course, the other option is some downtime. He's just kind of chilling. Because there is a major civic holiday coming up. Called God's Day. God's plural day. It is a religious holiday. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Religious holiday dedicated to all the gods, in particular those in Faerun, in the Forgotten Realms setting. Those that made great sacrifices during what's called the Time of Troubles, recent era when a lot of gods became incarnate and took avatars and did all sorts of...
Then let's go!
Took avatars, did all sorts of important things in the world. Including, and especially, important things for the city of Waterdeep, where our game is taking place. And so what that means is that there is a lot going on there.
Do you need something?
Oh, I didn't mean to say anything, sorry.
I must leave you. See you later.
But what that also means, practically speaking, is that is a day in the city where magic is prohibited, except in dire emergencies. So if you're attacked, you can still defend yourself with magic if you have to, but it's seen as disrespectful if you can possibly avoid it. Where am I going? There? It's the Bridge Alliance. That is the Bridge Alliance, it looks like. This... King Ulan's house. You're the Vigmari. Yeah, let's go that way, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully this is the right way. I don't know. Oh, Kylie's gonna go reread the chat. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot to it, because I mean, there's... the quest board is in there.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Okay. Nice. Good use of gun. While you're in there, bug whiz kid. I actually, maybe don't. I don't know. He might be actually doing homework and important things. But maybe do. I don't know. Ah. Well, someone got attacked by those boar things. Got some mushrooms. Hood fungus. This seems to be the right way. I hope. Let's see. Little mining town.
Good grief. These are some unusual customers. Well, I have everything a miner could need. And everything anyone else... Greetings,
Okay.
my lord. It's a real pleasure to have a customer such as yourself. How may I help you?
So Kylie says, I like the quest about the ghost wanting to investigate her own death. That should be a fun one. It's worth 7 points, though, and you guys are level 3. That might wind up being a little above your heads. For now, we'll always continue progressing and get there, but that is one to keep in mind. I think that would be a really cool one to do at some point. Keeping in mind that the numbers are do at least roughly correlate to difficulty. Either that or the one about the undead in Berry Hill. Yeah, that is Sedwin's hometown. That's Eddie's character. So that might be a. Should I take no? Don't need that. Don't need both of those. Certainly. That would certainly be a fun one. I can't use any of these. I can use that one. Compared to weapon B. Almost exactly the same as what I have, so never mind. 4-barreled pistol? Oh my god. Oh, that's insane. Alright.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Oh, that's just basically it upgrades. Cool. Okay. Also, Kelly wants to fight some ghosties. That could be a good option. There's also talking about perhaps doing the one with escorting the nobleman's daughter to the town up to the north a ways. And that town up to the north a ways is also right next to a apparently haunted or something mine. That is I forget what it was called. The Platinum Mine quest. One right next to it, I think. Left of the quest board. And that is another option for ghosties. It's a little bit further away, but there is another quest that would basically be on the way, so that's another ghosty option. Then there's the haunted house down in Saltmarsh, which is a ways down the coast. That's another one. There's actually quite a few ghosty quests, as it so happens. There's a few more, maybe. Those are the ones I can think of that come to mind immediately.
What can you tell me about the ruins on the plateau?
You aren't the first to ask me about them, but the answer is still the same. I've nothing to tell you. Not that I wouldn't want to, but I've never been there. There must have been a path once upon a time, but it's no longer there. Maybe it collapsed. Some say that you have to pass through the mines to get there. A few of the tunnels do climb. It's certainly possible, I would say. But those tunnels are all closed, and we have better things to do. The iron ore, it doesn't come out of the ground by itself. Do you need anything else?
Did you build this village?
Not by myself, no. We did it. We have to sleep somewhere, you know. We don't have much here, and we'd sure like the place to prosper and grow. Maybe more miners will come. Then we'd start to attract all manner of merchants and craftsmen. Do you need anything else?
Oh, I think,
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I should think that when I asked, did you build this village? I would assume that any sensible person would not think that I meant, you personally, but that you, the miners. But I don't know. Oh well. Memorandum to the attention of miners. This is a call for donations. A mechanism in the door that blocks access to the miners' damage, probably by one of us. We ask you to participate in this operation that we may buy replacement parts that the merchant brought us for the mechanism to start working again. Oh, this is the mine. This is probably not the way I want to go, is it? What's this? Oh, let's just... No, this is almost certainly not the way I want to go. I want to get to here. How do I get to there? Okay, I come back here? I thought so. I figured. Alright, well, let's go the other way, I suppose. Because I just want to get to, Mr. Chief's house. Listen, I know not to bother exploring, Erica. I thought I was going the right way. I guess it's my epic gamer habits, where I just automatically go the wrong way first. Even if I'm trying not to. Yeah, this is one of those where, based on what Erica's telling me, and I believe her entirely on this point, just mostly just due to game design reasons, that it's one of those games where exploring, like taking all the wrong routes first, is unusually not rewarding. Typically, that's the thing you have to do in video games, right? You go all the wrong ways first, and then eventually make it the right way, because if you go the right way first, it'll get locked off, and you won't be able to go the wrong way anymore, and you won't be able to explore, yada yada yada. However, this one, and also, what's the other one I played recently that had the same issue, the same weirdness to it? And I say weirdness, not because it's actually objectively weird or objectively bad design. Hello. Let's go around these monsters and not bug them. They're sleeping. Let's let them. What are these? Well, that's wacky. I assume this is the right way, then. Oh, wait. It's this way. Anyway. Oh. What was it? Oh, it was Divinity 2. Divinity Original Sin. Or Divinity 2 Original Sin, or Divinity Original Sin 2. I forget which. Whatever. Divinity. That is another one where going the right way, like actually following the main quest line, is actually the right thing to do. It is the correct decision. Hands down, instead of trying to explore everything first. Because if you try and explore everything first in that game, you will get stuck. And it won't even tell you why you're stuck. You'll just need to have advanced the main plot in order to get the things, whatever they are, in order to get further. Whether it's equipment, whether it's upgrades, whether it's magic, whatever it is, there is stuff that you need to get further exploring somewhere or in a side quest that it doesn't tell you that you need it from the main plot, but it turns out that you definitely do. Okay, seems like I'm going the right way at this point. I think I'm going the right way. But anyway. What is that? There's a thing there on the map.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fight. Take a potion if you want to cast more spell.
You've no magic left. Drink a potion.
You got them all. That all this was a little animal den, monster den. And I feel bad lumbering into their home and beating the crap out of them. But I'm an explorer. That's what we do. Ellie says, "Oh, also, y'all, I got to medieval times recently. Went with boyfriend, and I got a souvenir cup. Yeah, you were talking about that. You were planning to. That is one of those things around in this general area that I've never done." But would really like to at some point. It seems really cool. I also definitely, also in vaguely this area, I really want to go to the Lady of the Lakes Renaissance Festival, which is this month. It's over the next few weekends. So I definitely want to go to that one of these weeks coming up. And if I do, I'll have to let you know how it is. I've already heard that it's great from some people who I know go to the, frequent the festival circuit, so to speak. That it is that it's a good one, that it's worth going to. It's not Lakeland, Land Lakes ways. So west of Orlando, just a bit. Village of Ignomaria. Okay, here we go. Okay. You are very intentionally not looking at me. Huh. Yeah, the scenery is absolutely gorgeous. I like a lot of the design. Little island. Even just sort of the subtleties of design, like of the door. Like, that's really cool. That's really neat. And it's one of those things where it doesn't have to be like ultra high res. It's not really. I mean, if you look at the textures are decent, but they're not like, they're nothing to write home about, even by like 2018 or so standards. But this game came out then, right? Like 2018 or so. The textures are nothing incredible. But the way that they use it for design purposes is spectacular. It's actually really, really good.
I am Ulan, chief of the village of Ignamri. You have a peculiar face, and it looks familiar.
Okay.
I didn't know that people from the continent could bear the mark of the Onol-Manawi. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Let's talk to him about stuff first, then get to business. That seems like the kind of thing to do with new people, right? Callie says, I think you all would love it. They serve a whole meal while you watch the event. It's whole theatrical performance, actual horses. Yeah, I'm generally familiar with the idea. I've been by the place. I've seen like adverts for it and all that kind of stuff. It does look really neat. So I probably would want to go at some point. Maybe once the kids are old enough to appreciate that sort of thing, in a year or two.
Tell me about.
But then we'll have a few more kids. But
we are called the Seaside Names, the Bone Blowers, because it is in our tradition to sculpt Moramil bones. These creatures are the great kings of the sea. The whole island knows of our artisans. We trade with other clans a lot. And we also trade with the Renaigse, of course. Anything else?
So whalebones, I take it?
What can you tell me about your village?
Vignamri means the king's bones. It is a very ancient village. It used to be one of the largest on this island, before the people of the sea tried to take Tir Fredi from us. Some battles took place very close to here. Legend has it that this is the place where the first Guardian fell, and that this is the reason why our village was given its name. After the battles came the abductions and the ransacking. People used to disappear frequently. We were taught to be cursed. But I changed all of that, and I gave our clan its prosperity back. Anything else?
Does he mean the people from the sea? Is he talking about the Bridge Alliance, or is he talking about something older than that? I'm interested. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that and figure this out. Figure out if this is more ancient history stuff.
What do you think of people from the continent?
Many of our people would love for all the Renaigse to leave, but I would not. It is thanks to them that I was able to breathe new life into Vignamri. They have a lot to teach us. The lions have powerful weapons and very effective potions. The Lugaid Blau, your people, offer us very beautiful things in exchange for our pieces of art.
Lugaid Blau? Is this what you call the congregation?
It means yellow eyes, because there seem to be round yellow eyes on your flags.
They're coins. And what does Teleme offer you?
The men of the sun seldom come here, but their magic is powerful and so different from ours. I wish my brothers would understand how much we would benefit from an alliance with you, from making peace. Anything else?
That's good.
I met a member of your clan in New Serene, a merchant.
Oh, so you are the strange Anal Manawi who helped and saved our hunter. I am very grateful to you. May the trees along your path always bear fruit. I knew the Renaigse could be good, and you proved to everyone that I was right. You are someone that the kings of the Renaigse respect and listen to, are you not?
As the legate of the congregation, it is true that I can talk to all the governors of this island.
That is what I thought. I need your help to talk to the leader of the great city of Hikmet.
So Hikmet is, again, the Bridge Alliance city, I take it, the one right here. Yeah, that's definitely something I can do. I don't like them already, so yay. I have to like the thematics of this game. A lot of this is about commerce. And the fact that trade, voluntary trade, interactions in this way bring peace. They give a reason for peace. They give an incentive for peace, and they give a structure to peaceable interactions that are not violent, that are not conflictatory, that are not competitive. They can be competitive in the sense of trying one's best to do one's best in the market or that sort of thing, but not competitive in the sense of win-lose. Relationships like this, mercantile relations, not mercantilist, mercantile relations, are necessarily win-win. Now, the issue becomes when that becomes mercantilist, when that becomes a matter of filling one's coffers at the expense of others, when that becomes a matter of winning over regulators for the sake of enriching oneself, right? So again, the whole thing we were seeing with the bureaucracy involved, with the tradesmen, with the native tradesmen back in New Serene last week, that was a matter of having to get the right licenses and having to pay the right people and know the right people and get the right connections, do all the right bureaucratic nonsense to get things done. That gets in the way of this kind of relationship, this kind of flourishing of peace. There's a talk recently, not too recently, it was 5 or 6 years ago, I guess, at this point, by Jeffrey Tucker. I've mentioned him a lot of times on this channel, and especially in this sort of context, that he makes the argument that again, from a primarily religious standpoint, he's a very traditionalist Catholic as it happens, but he's also an economist, and he's made the point that commerce, in this sense, is a kind of love. It's a kind of mutual love, because the only way to enrich oneself, barring coercion, the only way to enrich oneself through voluntary interaction like this is by serving one's neighbor. Is by voluntarily, willingly, and even hopes to be enthusiastically serving those around us, one's neighbors, and even one's rivals, rather than competing and trying to destroy. We all benefit from working with one another, and functionally, that's what capitalism is. That is what free trade, free commerce, free markets, all of that is just people interacting with people voluntarily, freely, for mutual benefit, just like this kind of thing, this kind of way of leading a relationship, especially a relationship between strangers or between cultures. And I think that this has the kind of the three Renaigse, or Old World groups, I think represent three approaches. And there's benefit to each, and there are good things to be had in each of them. You have the congregation of merchants, us, our faction, who work in this way, who serve one another, who wish to create relationships of mutual benefit and commerce. Great. Fantastic. I've just talked about why that's amazing. It's also the most maligned, almost always the most maligned of the ways we have of interacting with each other, which is, of course, entirely wrong-headed. Of course, this should be wonderfully praised, because it's an incredibly, wonderfully good thing. But then you also have, represented by the Bridge Alliance, you have the sharing and exchange of knowledge, per se. They are portrayed as scholars. They are Enlightenment scientists in every way. Almost caricatures thereof, but still, fine. It's understandable. They're a video game faction, so they're going to be caricature-y. But in any case, right, they represent a mutual sharing of knowledge. But in a case like that, the exchange stops being so mutually beneficial, or can stop being so mutually beneficial. Often, when two people are conversing with one another and sharing knowledge about a particular subject, one is the one who knows more, the other knows less. So the person who knows more is either losing from this situation, not losing, just benefiting far less than the other person. So the exchange becomes one-sided. Not necessarily win-lose, but win-neutral. Or the person who's giving knowledge, or overall giving knowledge, feels the need to collect recompense, which seems to be what's happening here with the Bridge Alliance. The Bridge Alliance here is declaring war on the natives, and I think it's largely out of a colonialist sort of desire to gain something back from these people that they see as having helped in a paternalistic sort of way. Okay? Fair enough. There's a dark side to that. Now, the other approach is the, maybe broadly speaking, the religious or the evangelistic outreach method of interacting, which is represented by Ptolemy, which, okay, that's also has, again, its massively beneficial aspect to it, that spreading the truth in a spiritual context, in a religious theological context, has enormous benefits to those to whom it is spoken. And ideally, the evangelists would need no further motivation than to evangelize. This can become a problem when they become overly zealous, or maybe not overly zealous, but overly pressing. when they get to the point of overriding or running over those to whom they are evangelizing, and they stop doing it because they care for people, and they start doing it for their own glory, or the glory of their people, or the glory of, oddly, we might even say for the glory of their god, which is kind of a weird thing to say in this context, but okay, maybe that's the case. But either way, that can become a corrupting influence of that kind of interaction. You have all three of these, right? All three of these approaches. You have the merchant's approach, the commercial approach, which is gloriously good. It's mutually beneficial, but it can be corrupted by things like bureaucracy, by things like greed, by things like attempting to turn these inwards, turn these to benefit oneself at the other's expense rather than mutual benefit. Have the sharing of knowledge, the sharing of information, scientific approach, the Enlightenment science approach, which can become a problem when exchanges become one-sided and patriarchal. Patriarchal in the sense, it's not patriarchal. Patronizing is the term. Patronizing is what I meant. And that can become a problem both out of its. It can lead to a lack of a desire to actually trade, actually give knowledge. But it can also lead to a demand for some kind of recompense. They have to give something in exchange, and what do they have? Well, material goods. So they get all the they have goods extracted from them in exchange for mere knowledge that they can no longer do anything with because now they have no material goods. So that becomes a problem. That gets corrupt. That can be corrupted in that way. Then you have the religious angle, which again has its enormous good. If you're spreading the truth about something so utterly important, always a good thing. However, it can become a problem when it gets turned around and one loses sight of the end goal, the purpose being for the benefit of those evangelized too. And that can lead to tyranny. That can lead to vainglory, all these sorts of grave sins. Anyway, yes, let's help this guy because he seems to be having issues with these lions of the Bryn Alliance.
About what?
I want to meet him to offer a peace treaty between his clan and mine. The Sisagnameus. Many kings want to chase the Renaigse away from the island, especially the kings of Hikmet. But I know we could learn many things from them, and we could arrange a great deal.
I see. I can indeed talk to the governor about your desire to make peace.
If you do talk to him, can you also tell him that one of my clansmen has come to trade with his town? I sent him some time ago, but I was told that the soldiers did not let him in. He fears for his life, because some other clans do not look favorably on exchanges with the Renaigse. He could be attacked at any moment, alone on the road.
Very well. I will make sure that he obtains permission to enter.
Okay. Ooh, alright, so we have points. We have points. Alright, so... Okay, so my impact move causes more, will stun. Stasis. $10 seconds. That's 20%. And that's pretty good. No, I'm just gonna go with Find Magic Ring for a while. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Nothing new there. Okay. Okay. right. Out we go. Alright, there's the village. So let's go up here to the Bridge Alliance. Skill altar. I didn't see that. Alright, I'm gonna go check that back out again, because that was where we fought those critters. But I didn't see anything like a skill altar. Strange. Alright, well, let's go check that out then, shall we? Mushrooms. It's a skill altar. I have no idea what that means. It's in here, isn't it? Apparently. Oh.
It's not possible just now.
Okay, so I need science and an alchemical preparation of element damage. Okay, I need science. Alright, fine. Somebody with science. I'm sure I'll get a companion who can help with that. Alright. Okay, then. Let's go meet with the Bridge Alliance governor.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Okay. Oh.
Honor Manawi.
Sorry.
Do you need something?
No, we're good.
I must leave you. See you later.
Okay. Remember that. All right. Bandits. Always bandits. Oh, Hickman is all the way over there. Okay. All right. Alright, now let me add a tiny bit of incense. This is gonna burn really, really quickly, apparently. My incense is almost burnt down. Yeah, let's do it. At our camp. What can we sell? Actually, wait. Let me see if I can give that to Cart. Rusted Zweihander or Nicked Claymore. Nope, my Zweihander is actually better. I mean, no. No, it really is. The Zweihander is just better. Okay. Nope. That is actually pretty good. Okay, yeah. Cart. Studded Quaris. Oh, that gives him lockpicking. Look at that. Oh, Kylie has an early morning tomorrow, so I'm going to turn in. All right, well, see you next time. See you around. Thanks for stopping by. Nah, I'm gonna keep what he's got. She can't wear a hat. Kurt can wear a tricorn. All right. Okay. Now, let's sell some things. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that either. No, okay. I can't take upgrades out of things. All right, I've learned that. I've now learned that. Oof. Mental power 2. I'll get that eventually. But yeah, I can sell this, I think. Yeah. Actually. That's worse than my rusty saber. Okay. Really? Wow, okay. Fine. Don't need it. I mean, not bad. It's not great, though. That I can use, and it's pretty good. Much higher stun. Yeah. Actually might be worth getting. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. It looks cool. Serena Cuirass. Soldier's doublet. Don't look nice. That's decent. Decent, but not great. Magic explosion damage. That's nice. That I might need to get. Delayed healing. I'm not gonna do healing very much, I don't think. Hourglass necklace. Per second. Oh, that's healing. Okay. Nah, nothing I so terribly need, I don't think. Erica, question. Mechanical question. Is it wise to just put all my crafting ingredients in my storage chest? I assume I'm not going to be doing a lot of crafting as I wander about. Is that a wise thing to do? Should have gone and done that first, but oh well. Fine. What do you think? Is that a wise thing to do? Just take all of my ingredients and just throw them in here? I'll wait to see what you have to say, because this might be wise, or it might be really stupid. I don't know. She's still suspicious. That's a shame. So his friendship bonus will be craftsmanship when I get that figure. That'll be handy. Let's go intuition. Okay. Alright, well. Is there anything I can craft? You guess it's fine? Does it matter? Oh, they don't add weight. Okay, well, if they don't add weight, yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. Actually, I can check that, can't I? Where's my equipment list? Oh, here. Okay. These do. These don't. Okay. Consumables have weight. Alright. Well, but not much. Just adds a step when actually crafting, because you have to pull it out. I remember I just sold all my potion stuff for money because I didn't have science. Yeah, that's true too. I don't know if there is an easy way to pull it all back out. Yeah, that's a good point. And yeah, it doesn't add weight, so I'm not going to bother. You're right. All right, Hikmet. Here we are, Hikmet of the Bridge Alliance. One of those bear things. Oh, that's not a bear thing.
Then let's go!
Got him. Oh, there's more.
Let's see if you can ward off it.
Got him. Honestly, I kind of love having the gun. I know it's not exactly the right build for what I'm going for the magic thing, but still. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay, no, that's okay. That's for my other regions. Got it. This. Yeah, let's do that. That is for Vasco. As for Vasco's personal quest, finding out about his family. Everything just fell off the chart. Oh, darn it. Alright, yeah. So let's go to that. Hello?
Halt! What's your destination, my lord?
Just into town. I am an emissary of the congregation and am here to discuss matters with your governor. Why the checkpoint?
We've got orders to verify all comings and goings. The roads are becoming dangerous. Do you have anything particular to report?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Well then, good travels, my lord.
A couple of bandits and a bunch of big scary creatures. Though nothing, house-sized like the one time. You know, that thing. Outpost. Oh, that's Hikmet. Wow, okay, that's pretty spectacular. Damn, look at that place. What's this now? Oh, I can set up camp. That's kind of neat. That is neat. I'm not going to do it, but it's neat. Oh my gosh, look at those windmills. That's spectacular. Whole, like, 8-bladed windmill thing. Nice. That is a heck of a city to have just been built as a colony. Wow. That is really something. City of Hikmet. What's over here? It's just someone's house, I assume. Alright, never mind. I'm wandering off the beaten path again. I needn't to do that. Ooh, things. Ooh, precision pistol? I don't need it, but... Vasco might. Maybe. He has a blue pistol, though, so maybe not. Alright, hey, Vasco, how about that? Nope, that's worse. That's better.
Halt! Your names, titles, and business at hand.
Sir de Sardet, emissary of the Congregation of Merchants on Tier Fredi. I have come to present my regards to your governor.
Your papers seem to be in order. Welcome to Hikmet, Your Excellency.
See, this is the benefit of being in peaceful trade relations with all surrounding nations, instead of joining the Bridge Alliance or aligning ourselves directly with Thélème. I can just happily and freely wander in. Wait, are there murder holes? Oh, no, darn. Wait, hold on. Let me see if there's matriculations. I'll have to do the Shadowversity Scream. No, I won't. No, there's not. There's no matriculations on the battlements, and so I don't have to do the Scream, which means, thankfully, I don't have to wake up Saoirse. Although that looks almost like grated over matriculations over there, or something strange. Huh. Wacky. City of Hikmet. Wow, this is impressive.
Come closer. All my wares are in the vanguard of progress.
Okay.
Your Excellency, welcome. I am honored to receive such a prestigious guest. You will not regret it. My wares are the best in all Hikmet, and always in the vanguard of progress.
Vanguard of Progress, huh? Ooh, that is nice. Can't actually use it. Can't use any of these things. No, I don't have the, Ooh. Nope. Nope. Potion against burns. I feel like I'm going to need that for something, and I will regret having not bought it. Oh well. Usually better than what I'm wearing, but, well, okay.
Thanks for your visit.
You should sell some of my consumables that I'm not going to use, because I'm probably not going to use them. Oh, it lights my little lamp. Alright, nice. Okay, so... Oh, I have a house. I have a house here? Wow. Okay, okay. That's interesting. I actually have my own little residence. My accommodation. Very nice. It is just the same as it always is. Very pleasant. Alright. It's all very... it's a strange mix, admixture of Arabian and, I guess, Italian? Like Renaissance Italian. At least as far as the architecture goes. Even the fashion to a degree. Although all of the fashion that I'm seeing on NPCs, on just background NPCs, is very sort of 17th, 18th, probably 18th century British, more than anything else. Oops. No. Well, hello.
If you come to do business, you should go upstairs. I am but a poor underling.
Okay, then. Is this the Darcy's? Farad?
Hello, sir. Is this the house of the man called Farad?
It is I. What can I do for you?
We're searching for Mr. Darcy. He was supposed to come here to do business.
Yes. Yes, he did come here, but I don't know where he is. To be honest, our exchange did not exactly go as planned. And if you are his associate, or a member of his family, know that you owe me a large sum of money.
How so?
Well, this Darcy fellow came here to take the shipment, and he was supposed to deliver me a promissory note.
Which never arrived, I imagine. How could you let him leave with your merchandise without payment?
Well, he's the son of a very well-known family. I did not deem it necessary to try and obtain more guarantee.
What if something happened to him?
Nothing happened. At least I don't think so. Why should that concern me? I'm not his brother.
This is so heavy-handed. Oh my gosh.
I have the slightest idea of where he might be.
If you're members of his family, I'm not his brother.
Come on. If you have not come to repay his debt, leave me alone so I can work in peace.
Okay, well, fair enough. Let's see if we can search his papers. What is this? Where would those be? Ooh, a world map. That's not a world map. That is just tier for D. That's uncreative. I'm disappointed by that. That is a globe of tier for D. I'm going to assume that tier for D does not make up most of the planet.
If you have come to do business, head upstairs. If there's any business left to do.
Oof.
Why'd you say that?
They haven't been paying me, and I've had to work with cheap ingredients for weeks.
Yeah, okay.
Have you heard of a man called Bastian Darcy?
It would be difficult not to. His name is the only thing my boss talks about. Apparently, he did not pay for one of our shipments and still left with the goods. And now my boss makes me work twice as much to compensate for his losses, with ingredients I wouldn't even feed to a pig.
And what did your boss do?
Well, he spent every waking hour cursing his name. That's how I learned about it.
What do you do here exactly?
I create and prepare complex potions. Not simple health potions, but far more subtle things.
And if I'm not mistaken, things are not going the way you would want them to.
The boss has always been difficult, but ever since he got ripped off, it has been a living hell. I work using leftovers thrown away by all the other alchemists, while listening to him screaming at me and everyone else all day. This is no way to live.
How can a brilliant, conscientious alchemist keep working here? I am certain that any great laboratory in town would welcome you with open arms. So why continue protecting your employer?
This is so underhanded.
You're right. Anywhere is better than here.
So
My
underhanded.
boss did not only curse the name of the man you're looking for, he also hired some thugs to find him and our shipment.
Interesting. I think we may need to have a few words with your employer.
If you could also tell him that I am resigning, then I won't need to go upstairs.
Okay then, let's check this. Letter from Master Ferhat's acquaintances. I'm deeply saddened to hear about the difficulties you're facing as a consequence of your dealings with Bastien Darcy. I was told this boy is inconsequential, but I do not think him dishonest. Alas, as you know, if you were to wait here for his family to repay you, the wait could prove very long. Correspondence with the continent is quite slow, but there are other solutions. Debt collectors could prove useful. I hope that you will manage to find a solution to this problem. Interesting. So, yes, he is probably responsible.
You again. I already told you that I do not know where the man you're searching for is.
You may not know where he is, but you did everything you could to find him, didn't you?
What do you mean?
Does this document ring a bell? You hired some debt collectors to find Mr. Darcy.
How dare you rummage through my belongings?
You could have taken legal action and retrieved what you were owed, but you sent some killers instead.
I doubt the governor would approve. Do you want us to tell him about it?
No. But please understand me. The Darcy family is on the continent. It would take months for them to reply to my complaint. What other solution was there? My shop will not survive this.
Tell us who these debt collectors are and we'll take care of it.
They loiter in an alleyway of ill repute, not far from here, in the Science District.
That's what I feared. Probably a bunch of cutthroats. If Bastien survives...
If he survives, remind him of what he owes me.
Well, alright then. Oh, that's right behind our house. Now, how do I get to that alley? Seems rather complicated streets, but alright. There's loot. This? No, the other way. Pardon me, fellas. Folks. This way?
Have mercy! Have mercy! I will repay everything, I swear.
Hey, you! Leave this man alone! What do you want? No one asked you for your opinion, so get lost.
Maybe he's friends with
Those
the
doublets look
weakling.
familiar.
Maybe. In any case, it seems like he wants to share his fate.
You think I'm afraid? I fought uglier people than you.
Vasco, let me try to take care of this. How much money are we talking about? You're here to collect a debt, right?
Between what he owes our client and our commission, it's a hefty sum. But if you want to pay in his stead, my lord, please do.
200. No.
I don't think you realize who you are dealing with, so let me introduce myself. My name is de Sardet. I am the legate of the congregation, and I am here to save the life of one of our citizens. If you do not deliver him to me immediately, I will have no choice but to inform the governor.
And you'll end up rotting in jail in no time.
Damn it, they look serious.
Yes, a bit too much.
That worked.
Listen, we don't want to get in trouble with the governor, so take him.
Yeah, if our client wants to get repaid, you'll have to make an official request. Come.
Nice.
Thank you for your intervention. I thought these brutes would kill me.
Don't mention it. It's only natural.
But how did you end up in such a situation?
Oh, I'm certain someone like you, who belongs to high society, will understand. There is a game table here that is attended by the best of the aristocracy. I lost the money I owed to that merchant while playing there. And since I got out with a few other debts, I had to leave the merchandise as repayment as well. But that's a mere trifle that my father would have paid for without thinking twice. I never would have thought that someone would send these types of brutes after me. What a lack of tact. In any case, I'm extremely grateful to you. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
My name is Captain Vasco. Naught and sea given. It was a pleasure.
You didn't
Desarde,
say anything.
Can I do anything for you?
I must leave you.
You didn't say anything. Okay, so if we just leave, is Vasco gonna say something about this? Okay,
Thank
here we go.
you, Desarde.
My pleasure. But why didn't you tell him who you were?
But I did tell him. I was stupid. I resented everyone, and you even more, for the life I didn't get to live. You had it all, everything I thought I was entitled to. But after seeing Bastion, I realized that in the end, I was exactly who I wanted to be. A naught, and a proud one at that.
I'm glad to hear it. No more regrets?
No more regrets. And I certainly don't regret not being called Leandra Darcy.
That's kind of a girl's name. So, yeah, reasonable, I suppose. Let's see. Let's do that. The ghosts. Let's take, let's actually go to our house, and we'll take, take Kurt, I think.
Fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best
We haven't had Kurt in a little while, mostly just because we've had Vasco.
Glad to see you, my friend. Can I do anything for you?
Do you wish you were never given to the Naughts?
How could I not be regretful? I never got to experience a mother's love or a lavish youth.
Don't you have any happy memories?
I do, of course I do. For example, I remember the first time I climbed up the shrouds. The incredible view, the dizziness, the sensation of complete freedom. It was an unforgettable moment.
I can only imagine how you felt. But it sounds amazing.
It was. I wouldn't trade that memory for all the gold in the world. Thank you, Desarde. You've given me a lot to think about. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Not gonna do that. This isn't Erica's other playthrough. All right. Let's switch him out. Oh wait, I didn't
Greenblood, my friend.
want to talk to him, but we can, I
Do you
guess.
need something?
No.
I must leave you.
All right. Okay.
You'd better go and meet this governor without me. We are at war. I'm not certain that I can remain calm if I see such a man.
The little one's not wrong. You came to flatter him. The sailor is less likely to cause an incident. But you are the diplomat.
Okay. That is actually pretty reasonable. They are at war. I thought that the reason she would be here was to talk to him. But I mean, I guess it's not quite. So yeah, let's leave Siora here. And we'll bring Vasco. Alright. That'll do. I was just about to say that, Erica, since you know this game decently well, just let me know if I'm making any terrible mistakes. Like perhaps that one. This looks an awful lot like our cousin's governor's mansion. Although there are some significant differences. I like the blankets over, or sheets or whatever it is over the ceilings. That is nice. Nice touch. All right.
Your Excellence, it is an honor to meet you. Allow me to present my sincerest regards in the name of the Congregation of Merchants.
And allow me to wish you and your cousin a warm welcome to the island, in the hopes that this visit will help prolong the profitable relations between our two nations.
Likewise. Nevertheless, another question brings me. The Malachor. The Prince d'Orsay hopes that these new shores will bring us new possibilities. Even a remedy.
It is an area that concerns us greatly, but be assured we are studying it acutely. Our doctors and alchemists are particularly interested in the flora of the Isle. It's extremely varied and different from our own. In fact, we have sent a group of explorers into a very promising sector. Alas, we've had no news from them for quite some time now. We are hoping that nothing has happened. We would have sent a patrol to investigate, but we cruelly lack the means to do so. The natives have proven aggressive, even hostile to our studies, and have attacked us regularly. We are obligated to maintain all of our able-bodied men here in order to protect the city, but we would be happy to share with you the results of our research.
Your Excellency.
This insolent interruption is untimely and unwelcome.
I deeply regret, Excellency, but one of our frontier posts has just suffered a brutal attack.
Report then and be precise.
The natives attacked us by surprise. Our men were massacred. Our frontier post is lost.
One more act of barbary. Dismissed, soldier. Where was I? Yes. We would be most pleased to share our discoveries with our allies if your cousin would send us a party to help us find our lost expedition. I could show you to which region they were sent.
I thank you for the information and will let him know.
If you are of a mind to accord me another request, I would be truly grateful.
I'm listening.
As you have not failed to observe, our troops, as well as our caravans, have been suffering incessant attacks. The merchants, including your own, are raided, often killed, and certain goods have become scarce. Captain Rainhild, who commands our outpost in the plains, has communicated his incapacity to protect them. Considering that certain of your own fellow countrymen are involved.
You would like me to lend a hand? I will see what I can do, Your Excellency.
That's a good point.
Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
Yes.
Could you tell me a little about your city?
Hikmet is the oldest city on the island.
No kidding.
We began construction of its first buildings 15 years ago, shortly after the discovery of the island.
Holy
a magnificent city, where the great minds of the time were united in a common goal. Here you could find the best doctors, the greatest engineers, and the most eminent savants. In everyone's eyes, this island has great promise.
15
and
years?
is the city that allows us to make good on that promise.
I can't believe that all of this is less than 15 years old. That's crazy. That this is the oldest city, which began construction 15 years ago. This seems like a generation or so hence. Like, more like 50 or 60 years, not 15. Which, I mean, Erica, to your point, good move. With your world building for the very, very similar D&D game, making it more than that very, very short amount of time. I mean, especially in a world with elves and such that can live hundreds of years, at least. A 15-year settlement is nothing. Of course, this is a world of humans who live normal lifespans, but in a D&D setting, yeah, a generation of humans is not very long in terms of elves or dwarves or whatever else.
And what of this conflict with Thélème on Tir-Fredi?
Officially, we are at war, but we have never waged war openly here. Of course, we did not rejoice when they set up camp on the Isle, and we expected the worst. But it seems that their only concern is to convert the natives into believing their ridiculous teachings. They represent no true danger to us. At least, not for the time being. And to be frank, we have plenty of other concerns that demand our attention.
Something I noticed last time, I should have brought this up at the time. This was near the end of last stream, though. I didn't really think I had the time. But one of the congregation people, I forget if it was Stefan here or if it was Kurt. One of them said something by God, which makes me wonder what the religious beliefs are or the theological beliefs are of congregation. Because we know that the Bridge Alliance are, from what I can tell, largely atheistic. They're scientismists, again, from what I can tell. And that Thélème has its own unique faith, its own unique religious structure. But it's not quite clear to me what the religious practices are of the Congregation of Merchants, if they have any. But it indicates something along the lines of monotheism, if they say by God and such like. Either that, or it may have just been a weird writing quirk. But I doubt that. Most writing for these sorts of things, especially things with world building this careful, most of that is quite intentional. So I don't know.
I met Ulan, the Boneblowers clan chief from the village of Vignamri. He is an open-minded man who holds great expectations of exchanges with the colonies. He would like to meet you to discuss a treaty, even an alliance.
Ulan, you say? I have never heard mention of this name, but to finally have an ally among the natives could only be beneficial. That is excellent news. Still, I fear that I cannot leave the city. That would be taking too much of a risk.
I doubt that Ulan will come to Hikmet. He is looking for an alliance, but he is not desperate. Such a gesture would be considered a sign of weakness by his clan.
That is understandable, I suppose. Do they grasp the concept of emissaries? Do you think that solution might work?
I think that might be possible. I'm sure he would understand that you could not come to see him in person for the same reason.
Excellent. Finally, some clear skies in our negotiations with the natives.
It's a
My
little
right-hand
condescending, but
man will then go to this village to finalize an agreement with King Ulan.
I'll be there too, to make sure everything goes according to our plans. There's another matter concerning the same village that I would like to bring to your attention. A wandering merchant, a member of Ulan's clan, is being kept in your outpost. Can you authorize his entry into the city?
I see no harm in that. This merchant is certainly not a threat to us, and he might even prove useful if the negotiations with his clan should take a foul turn. Here, please be so kind as to give him this letter of passage.
I see.
If he presents it to the guards, they will let him in and he'll be able to establish his stall in town.
I see.
I thank you. I hope to see you again.
That's
I have to
underhanded.
go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lord.
It's a little underhanded. I mean, that's extremely underhanded. It's not a little underhanded. That's extremely. Can we go and explore your back rooms, or are you not going to let us? Oh yeah, look at that. We can go and explore your back rooms. That is a lot of pillows and papers. Dangerously close to the fire. Like, precariously close to the fire. My God. That looks unsafe. Huh. Where am I going? And why? Interesting. Well, let's just keep going, I suppose. Now we're really into it. Oh. Hey. The exit. We just took the back road. Back road? Back route? Back way. Anyway. All this built in less than 15 years. That's unbelievable. Like, almost literally. Like, I have trouble believing that this was built in less than 15 years with the level of technology we see. But, I don't know, maybe. I guess. Wow. Alright, so... what's this? Map movement is a little... oh, it's only jittery because I'm moving the, moving my mouse while doing it. Okay. Talk to him. In there. And get out of here. Yeah. That'll work.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares.
Not right now. Okay.
Hello, Captain.
Your Excellency, what can I do for you?
Governor Burren has asked me to help you fight against the caravan attacks. Could you tell me precisely what's going on?
For weeks, we have been harassed by the savages. They're waiting for groups of soldiers or caravans to be out of sight of the outpost and attack with incredible violence. They don't just steal goods or equipment. They kill without mercy. Only one man survived their last attack. He's here in a sorry state.
Do you think he could answer a few questions?
Yes, but take it easy on him.
I'll make sure I do, Captain.
I definitely want to go and meet with the natives before I actually take a side in any of this. Without a doubt. I don't want to accidentally side with the Bridge Alliance in anything. I just came here for Vasco.
Hello there. My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the congregation. I was informed that your caravan was looted, and that you were the sole survivor of the attack.
It's true, Your Excellency. It was awful. All those deaths. The violence. We followed the recommended precautions to the letter, but it was useless.
How did the attack happen?
We traveled all day. We were exhausted, and night was approaching. We knew we were not very far from the outpost, but we couldn't go any further. So we camped away from the road, trying to stay out of sight. Alas, it was in vain. That's when they struck, in the middle of the night.
Were there several attackers?
I counted 5, maybe 6. But others were hiding in the woods. I'm sure of it. If they only had their usual stone weapons, we may have hoped to escape them. But their weapons were inflamed. I have never been so scared in my life.
Like Ciara's.
What were you transporting?
Interesting.
Mostly food, but also herbs and other ingredients for scientists.
Did the attackers take it?
Everything was a blur. I don't know if they intended to steal or destroy it. Unfortunately, my companions died while trying to protect our cargo.
Are you saying that the looters started by attacking your cargo?
Yes, Your Excellency. Maybe more of us would have survived if we'd all fled.
You mentioned recommended precautions.
Yes. Since attacks occur often, we were given a number of precautions to avoid them. Do not travel at certain times. Do not camp near the road. Do not light any fires. All of it was useless. It would have been better to recruit guards to escort us.
Based on what you're saying, the attacks were very targeted. They must have a camp near the outpost to monitor the road.
But what is their goal? Why attack all the caravans along this route?
Should I do this right now, or should I go and play for the natives
We'll go
first?
to the scene of the attack. I might find something there to help track these rebels.
Huh. I feel like talking to the natives first, honestly. Do that.
Please, help me! Just keep walking, Renaigse. This does not concern.
Yes, it does.
Have mercy! They will kill me! I am but a merchant who wishes to trade with the big city.
I never thought I would see several islander warriors attacking a mere merchant. And I thought honor and righteousness were of the utmost importance in your culture. I must have been mistaken.
What are you trying to say,
That was pretty good.
Renaigse? Are you insulting us?
You're insulting yourselves by behaving this way. He's an unarmed man. He's trying to survive. What honor is there in attacking him?
He is a traitor. He deserves to be punished. But you are right. He is not worth attacking. Let's leave. His punishment will come once we have chased Renaigse away, and he cannot sell his products.
Adloreda Odolmanawi, may the trees along your path always bear fruit.
Think nothing of it. Ulan told me that you were not able to enter the town.
It is true. The soldiers did not let me enter. They left me outside, and the Donea Exdragao took advantage of this opportunity to attack me.
Rest assured, I have obtained permission for you to enter from the governor of Hikmet, which should allow you to set up your stall in the city.
Ad Loreda Renaixi. Thanks again.
Farewell, merchant. Perhaps we will meet again.
Alright, so we gotta talk to Ulan. So let's actually do that next.
The caravan was some distance from the road when it was attacked.
Yeah, we'll wait on that one. I'm gonna wait on that quest. Yeah, let's go to the village of Ignomri. Let's switch her back in. Let's see if we can sell some stuff. Anything to sell? I don't think so. No. It's a haze potion. Oh, okay, stealth. Elemental damage. Can't use this because I don't have science, so some of this I'm just going to get rid of. Might hang on to the science level 1 stuff. Just because I'll probably... I'll probably be able to do that at some point. Just given the allies, or, you know, squad mates, whatever they're called. Allies, companions, whatever. Friends. Okay, now then. No update, no upgrades there. Alright. Okay, onward we go. Oh. Alright. Anything else I needed to do? What's this? Oh, camp area. Thanks. Alright, we'll go to the village of Veteride next. After we do this.
Ulan, I see that the governor of Hikmet's emissary is already here.
He is, and I am very thankful that you succeeded in organizing this meeting. I am full of hope for the future.
Really do like
We
the
are
accent.
very grateful as well, Your Excellency. However, if you could leave us, I am sure you can understand that the discussion we are about to have must remain confidential.
Naturally. I hope that you will reach an agreement.
I am suspicious. But fine. Let's just wander around the rest of the village while we wait, shall we? Who wants to talk to us? Got like 4 minutes.
Hello.
I don't know what that means. What's this? Oh, are these? Baskets or something? They natural. Maybe naturally occurring. They look very naturalistic. Anyway. Alright, let's see what else there is to do. For an hour. Oh, shrine of some kind? Oh, sorry. Huh. Whalebones. Anyway. I think that's pretty much everything to check out in the village. At least I think it is. There's no fishing. All right. Ooh, meat. All right. Well, oh, everything's blocked off here. This is their livestock, I guess. In other news, the trial for Guy Rittenhouse has been going on lately. I've been following it pretty closely, just because it's absolutely fascinating. And I honestly think that he's I think that it's obvious where the consequence is going to go. I think that he's very clearly going to get off from at least the major charges, possibly except for the gun charge. I don't know about that one. We'll see. It's looking good even for that one, honestly, but we'll have to see. But it's really looking like his assailant, the guys he was defending himself against, two of whom are dead. The one who survived just testified today. It really is looking like they were very much more clearly committing criminal actions rather than him, and a lot of that is just coming out in trial. And it's also very clear that the FBI was basically in collusion against him,
However,
which is
we are faced
neat.
with a problem.
Really?
And disturbing, but
Our
neat.
peace treaty depends on the ability to exchange freely.
And Chief Ulan has warned me that our merchants would be at risk of being attacked by the neighboring clan.
Mordoon, the chief of the village of Igugsob, is at the Nea Exragao. He is among those who think that the people of your island are only here to take from us. But his village would also benefit from this agreement. If you could convince him to meet us, we could reach an understanding, allowing the caravans to pass through his territory.
Without this, I am afraid we would not be able to make a commitment. Peace and trade are linked. If our merchants risk their lives coming here,
I am sure that you will manage to convince him that the Renaigse are not all bad.
I can try, at least.
Edelredar, we will wait here and hope that you will manage to reason with him.
All right. Well, let's try and do that, I suppose. There's a meeting between Ulan and Mordoon. Ulan. Mordoon. Is this somewhere I can just travel? No, I can't just travel there, can I? I've got to go that way, don't I? All right. Well, let's do that then. Off we go. Anyway, I think that it at least should be a very clear-cut, open and closed self-defense case. It's very troubling that it has gone this far, that the trial has gone this far, and that there are even charges brought. But given that they are, I'm very glad to see, and I'm honestly surprised to there being such a... this case being so definitive, at least so it seems. So it would seem so far. It seems like it is almost certain that Kyle is going to be acquitted, at least of the more serious charges, and that's absolutely a good thing. This should be considered a very, very, as I said, a very clear self-defense case. The fact that it isn't very, very clear is rather troubling. But, like I said, take what you can get. That it should be better than it is, but it certainly could be a whole lot worse. So, I'll take what I can get here. I think Kyle will wind up taking what he can get as well, on that matter. Where to? Right, along that way. That does not look climbable. I don't think that's climbable.
I need a bit of practice.
Yeah, no. Okay. We'll go this way then.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
All right. Anyway, that's one of the things in the news, and it is something that is it is particularly dangerous, but it is giving me at least a little bit of hope. Which is a little rare, honestly, these days in politics. I'm used to politics being awful, and a little glimmer of hope goes a long way these days. Yeah, so there's that. That is a glimmer of hope, and there is a bit of another glimmer of hope. Of course, it only shows up as a glimmer of hope because it is backdropped against such darkness, but again, mostly metaphorically. Leveled up. Anyway, the other bit of hope, I'm sure we've all heard about the Biden administration and their weaponization of OSHA for I don't know. I don't want to be monetized anyway, so let's just say let's just say the word and say vaccine mandates. Of course, this is blatantly illegal, wildly unconstitutional, but that's never stopped them before. So, he's going to continue trying very desperately to push it through. Might wind up succeeding in some places, maybe not in others. There will certainly be a court challenge. I think it'll get struck down nationally eventually, but it also might be too late because the wheels of bureaucracy turn way too slowly. Huh. Yeah. That's better. Charisma all the way up? Yeah, let's do it. Next point's not until level 13. Oof. Alright. Attributes, next point's next level, so that's good. Gonna need mental power. Next. All right. Anyway. But the good and interesting thing, I think, is what fascinates me, honestly. This is a really, really interesting and fascinating development. Is obviously Florida's talking about fighting this, as well they should, of course. The interesting part about is how they're looking to fight it. Wow, that's fancy. I can't use those. Nobody in my party can use those, at least not yet. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Anyway, though, it's oh, exactly what I have. Anyway, the interesting part is how Florida is considering opposing this, which is not just by placing some kind of injunction or going through the courts or anything like that. Part of what Florida is doing, not just the governor, but even the legislature is considering doing, is effectively is opting Florida out of OSHA, of the Occupational Safety and Health Agency, whatever, OSHA. We all know what OSHA means. The federal agency, basically just backing out of it, saying, no, we're not going to do anything to do with OSHA in Florida. It is... I am incredibly optimistic about this. I would love to see where this goes. I'd love to see it happen, primarily for purposes of the growth of the possibility of nullification. You're not familiar with the legal doctrine of nullification. This is a long history going back to the founding, really, founding of the country. That states, being their own sovereign governments, can nullify federal edicts that would apply in their territories, in their states, against their citizens, and that this would basically be a case of that, although it would have a different method of legal enforcement, as far as I understand it. But it would basically just mean that OSHA is kicked out of the state, which would be incredible. OSHA is almost entirely a waste anyway. It is a detriment more than any benefit that it can possibly have. There's historical record to show that, well, OSHA tries to take credit for, or the federal government tries to take credit via OSHA for reducing workplace fatalities and all that kind of stuff. Of course, that's utterly nonsensical, because workplace fatalities and danger were already on a slope downwards, and that slope either continued downwards in some places or leveled off in other places as a result of the implementation of OSHA. So it either did nothing or it made things worse. Or at least it slowed the progress of making things better. So just like almost every other federal agency, it has been counterproductive. It has been ineffective at best, counterproductive more likely. So of course, it would be a good idea to just back the heck out of the damn thing. And I would love to see the precedent that this sets. What's next? I was already talking about the FBI basically being a fraudulent organization and taking partisan political positions. This much is obvious. And we just nullify the FBI, saying, hey, you don't have jurisdiction in Florida. Get out. I mean, we already largely can deny federal investigations, depending on jurisdiction. But again, if there's things that cross state lines and they take that very, very loosely, then they can demand jurisdiction. But local law enforcement can just not cooperate if it has the backing of the state and things like that. I would love to see where this goes. I hope this actually goes through, and I do think that there is some merit to this. Again, I don't know the legality of any of this, but I want to see where it goes. And the fact that the legislature, the governor, the attorney general, and basically the entire state government is considering this as a genuine possibility. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to see it. Absolutely thrilled to see it. And I think that it's a great step forward. We've been losing ground on issues of centralization of power for so very long, over 100 years now at least, probably more like 150 if we go back to Lincoln, 250 almost if we go back to the Constitution as a sort of as a changeover from the Articles of Confederation, but certainly for the last 100 years or so, since Wilson really, certainly for the last 100 years or so, we have been on the back foot as far as decentralization, as far as individual and state rights and localism goes. It's good to see something that might actually indicate progress there. All it took was the grandest federal tyranny we have maybe ever seen, but hey, if that's what it takes to inspire a justified response, okay, I guess we've gotta. Alright, anyway, Vasco wants to talk to us about something.
You, my friend. I intend to prove to the Admiral that I fully identify as a Knot once more. Without regrets, I will have to go through a test of loyalty. It will certainly be dangerous, but with your help, I am convinced that I will succeed. So, shall we go and see her?
Let's do this later. Let's finish the thing we're doing now, and then we'll go and do this.
It would be my pleasure, but I'm too busy at the moment. Later, maybe.
Did you want anything else?
No, let's go,
I must leave you.
let's go handle that after we're finished handling, the meeting with Mordon, whatever, the other chieftain. King? It was King. Veil of the Great Battle. Man, these vistas are just gorgeous. Where are we going? Oh my, that's... Either way, there's a lot going on here. This is a big area. I assume we will eventually explore more of this, more intentionally, but... I missed horribly with that. Oh well. Alright, where to? Oh. I was wrong about it being a turn, but... Alright. Alright. Berries. Borage. Oh, hot springs. Are those creatures? That's a creepy Oh, hello. Oh, it's got tentacles. This is a boss fight, isn't it?
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Ah!
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
No magic. Drink a potion.
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
You've no magic left. Drink a potion.
Stop saying that. Think I don't know?
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
You've no magic left. Drink a potion.
Ooh, okay, not bad. Alright, not bad, not bad. That was cool. Ooh. Oh, can't actually use those. Windguard soldier. Listen, Erica, no. No. Erica says, of course they make the sailor gay. Well, I mean... I don't think sailors are gay. It's just that they have limited options. Okay, that's more like it. Hi, Kevin. Comfortable populations require more intense pain to awaken. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think you're tragically right about that. That is very, very relevant to what we were just talking about. Yeah. Oh jeez.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Okay. Anyway, hi Kevin. Erica says, why can't they just make characters normal people? I mean, current year. They tried making characters normal people, and then the people with colored hair got all upset, and the LGTV people got all mad. Unlike the LGBT, the Let's Go Brandon team, they don't get upset about very much. I mean, they get upset about Brandon, but that's different. That's understandable, I suppose. Hi, dear. Monday Night Booze. You weren't here at the beginning. I didn't get to introduce you to. Well, it's the last sip of another different Elysian pumpkin beer. This one is the Punkachino coffee pumpkin ale. I can highly approve of this. I really, really like it. It's very good. It's very pumpkin-y, which I honestly expected that they would take the easy way out and just go, oh, we're gonna make it pumpkin spice, like we're gonna make a pumpkin spice latte beer, and just take the easy way out and just make it pumpkin spice, and just not bother with the pumpkin and just do just mulling spices. But no, they really didn't. They actually, it is very pumpkin-y. It is surprisingly and delightfully pumpkin-y. It's very good. Of course, it's not spelled pumpkachino, P-U-M-P. It's P-U-N-cachino. Punkachino. See that? Punkachino? I have to assume it's because it's a pun. Get it? Punkachino? Yeah, that has to be the only real possibility here. You get good armor for Kurt. But let's see if we can equip that. Shall we? Oh, that is really good. It doesn't look as good. I'm assuming it is, though. And how about his gauntlets? No, actually, that's not better. Better for her. She looks a little weird with them. What about us? What about Stefan? It is better. Better balance, better magic resistance. Yeah, let's go with that. There are plenty of women in the knots. That is true, actually. That the normal stereotype of sailors taking what they can get doesn't really apply in this setting. So, no. Nah, you're right. It's got to be weird. Anyway, my Monday Night Booze, long story short, has been, I suppose, very good. I have that much left, barely any. So, cheers. Down the hatch goes. Very good. Like I said, very, very good. Almost surprisingly good. Like I said, I was really expecting it to be just like a pumpkin spice latte beer. As it got beer. Anyway, ooh, skill point. Ooh, it requires 2 points. Or Shadow Burst. Knocks back and deals magic damage to all enemies around the caster. So, those are the next 2 things I'm going to get. Shadow Burst and Lightning Dash. by the look of things. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna save that up then. Save up the skill point. Kevin says, unfortunately, I've been drinking the beer of the masses, but my arm muscles are strong and appear bigger. So there's a thing. Oh, that's good. Unlike somebody who I was talking about, a certain Grosskreutz, whose arm muscles are significantly weaker than they were a year and a half ago. Because one of them is halfway missing. And it looks like that will be legally adjudicated to have been a justified, let's say, disarmament. Anyway, like I said, gotta take the white pills where you can find them. There are not that many to be found these days, especially in the realm of politics, in the realm of the global politics. There are not a whole lot of white pills to be found, so you got to take them where you can get them, and sometimes that is a it's the best way of describing him. An attempted murderer, abuser of women and children, and violent rioter, getting his bicep disintegrated, and the disintegrator being probably acquitted. And so Kevin says Rittenhouse must be acquitted. And you're probably right. He's probably going to be looking at the evidence now, and looking at how the trial is going, and looking at the faces of utter despair on his on the prosecution attorneys throughout this trial so far. It's looking good. It is looking good for Kyle. And yeah, I think he certainly deserves to be acquitted, without a doubt. Now, as far as the gun charge, I don't know if he's actually going to be acquitted for that one, or if they're going to make that one stick. Nice sword, but that'd be for Vasco, not for me. I don't know if they're going to make that one stick. They might be able to, but I mean, that's an unjust law, even if it is how it's applied. So, whatever. Or take the wins where you can get them. Like I was saying, like Florida's attempt to nullify OSHA, which is just really cool. That is just really, really cool. As far as I can say, that is. I don't know. That's just very cool. All I can say.
What are you doing here, Renagse? Your kind are not welcome in my village.
Ulan, the king
Straight
of
to business this time.
wants to establish a trade agreement and sign a peace treaty with the governor of Hikmet.
This sounds like something he would do. All he ever thinks about is picking up the crumbs left behind by the Renagse. All of that in hope of breathing new life into his village, while insulting the memory of the deceased men and women who lived there.
Hikmet's emissary will only sign if their merchants can move freely and in peace. They want to meet you.
I am not like him. I am a Donea Exregau, a proud man, not a slug. The Renagse cannot be trusted. They are deceitful and only seek to trap us.
Something interesting that I just noticed here, as much as I love their accent, there's something weird. That they pronounce long I's as oi. Like that Welsh twang, that Welsh inflection. But Renaigse is pronounced like a long I, like AI. That's weird. It's the only instance that I can think of, that I've noticed, at least in this last couple of conversations, at least, where they pronounce the syllable I rather than oi. And that sort of very Welsh sort of way. Kevin says the communist TM is super cringe. Oh my god, that's great. The Communist. That's a good one. That is a really good one. And honestly, on that note, I mean, losing fine motor function in his right arm might wind up having, well, first of all, undermined the nickname in the long run, but maybe that's a good thing for him. Maybe he'll benefit. Maybe he'll better himself because of this, in that manner, so to speak. Bonk. Anyway, Kevin says, I've been reading Rommel's book lately. Pretty neat historical perspective. Again, that's outside of my area of history as far as most reading goes. So, I don't know what much to say on the subject of the nitty gritty details of the world wars, 20th century in general. As far as the 20th century goes, repeal it, first of all. But second of all, more seriously, academically speaking, my knowledge of the 20th century is mostly limited to intellectual developments in terms of philosophy, rather than historical developments. I know historical minutiae just because I picked them up over time. But as I usually like to only, barely half-jokingly say, there's a big gap in my historical knowledge between 1277 and 1977. Okay, so 1277 was the condemnations of Paris, which the Bishop of Paris condemned a great many Aristotelian or neo-Aristotelian propositions that took Aristotle's physics and applied them wrongly to metaphysics and to theology. A bunch of condemnations of people taking Aristotle and taking Aquinas and going too far with them. Okay, cool. That happened, and then a bunch of other stuff happened for 700 years, and then 1977 is when the first Star Wars movie came out, and then I can kind of follow history again. But in the gap in the middle of there is kind of a mystery. I think we landed on the moon. We found another couple of continents. I live on one. There's some kind of atomic bombs or something. There was a guillotine involved somehow. I don't know. Stuff happened. There's like some kind of disease maybe, or a few. I don't know. Things happened for 700 years or so. Condemnations of 1277. Star Wars. Stuff in between. Anyway, I kind of want to give the floor to Ciora. I don't know if it would work, but let's go for it.
Ciora?
Mordoon, you know me. I know the cost of war. My village has paid for it dearly. But do you not think that this is a time we made peace? Or at least a time we listen to what Ulan and the emissary have to say?
If your mother could see you, daughter of Bloodmead, how can you defend the Rhaenites?
Well, that didn't work. Maybe it's starting to, but... Kevin says, it fascinates me how folks on that side saw themselves. Really neat how utterly normal and typical it is compared to almost every military person regarding their own side. Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that we miss. We really easily miss, especially in the context of World War II. We are when we're looking historically at World War II, we are so tempted to see the Nazis as cartoon villains, as cartoon supervillains. They're basically the Legion of Doom. We think that all of them are they're all just Lex Luthor stealing cakes, right? And that's terrible. That's all. That's all we really see. But it's very, very important to understand, I think, the humanism of historical villains, because they are human. They really do think that they are normal, because guess what? They are normal. They're just wrong. Sometimes they are gravely evil, but it's usually because they are led astray by something. And it's not because they're just... There's some evil at their root or something. It's not that. They're people, like I am, and like you are, and like all of us are. And that's important to remember. It's primarily because it's important to remember how easily we can be led into such grave evils. And this is, I think, the big lesson of things like the Milgram experiments as well, is that especially if it's when it comes to following orders or doing what we're told, or especially when it comes to following authority or the veneer of authority, and in the Milgram experiments especially, scientific authority, the veneer of scientific authority, and we can be led to doing unimaginably evil things. We've seen that again in the last year or two. I mean, honestly, we see that all the time. It's not just the last year or two. The last year or two has made it very, very apparent. But we see this all the time because we do it all the time. Because we are the same sort of people that, whatever historical villains were. It's just people. And this is a big lesson I took. Honestly, this is one of the takeaways from the Milgram experience. First of all, that documentary is like world shattering, and if you haven't seen it, you need to. That's also something. It's something that Jordan Peterson talks about. Dr. Jordan Peterson, the psychologist, talks about this too. The trauma, but the very necessary psychological trauma of envisioning or imagining yourself as a Nazi, basically, as a concentration camp guard, because you probably would have been under the right circumstances. If you're not utterly dedicated to the good in a very precise, very specific, and very courageous way, yeah, you probably would have been. You've probably gone along with whatever evils are perpetrated in the world. And for all we know, a lot of us probably are going along with grave evils that we coerce ourselves into not noticing. We convince ourselves are not so grave. And it says in this book, Rommel is recounting his experiences in World War One. Ah, okay. Was it written around the time of World War II? I'm curious. I mean, World War One was less black and white. Certainly there were horrible war crimes perpetrated by both sides, and that itself has some really interesting moral implications and really interesting psychological implications. What it's like to participate in such a thing that is just dirty. Gross warfare, total war on both sides, where the enemy is doing terrible things to you and your people, and so in return, you at least feel justified in doing terrible things back to them. I think that's a large part of it. That's probably a large part of it. Maybe, and again, I don't know enough about the specific history of things and to adjudicate, to say one way or the other there, whether that is how it went and whether that is the way that people thought about it. I've seen some documentaries and some first-hand accounts, but only really in passing. I haven't actually dedicated any real scholarship to studying the matter. Let's try and take advantage of his pride as a nobleman. I think we can do that. It worked with the other gang of basically bandits.
The Danae ex-Regau I have met were fearless. And yet you are running away from a mere meeting. By refusing to negotiate, you are only showing weakness, nothing else.
Carl, not Freddy. The worst part is that you are right. We cannot refuse this meeting without appearing weak. Fine. I will meet Ulan and his emissary. But I will not go to his village. Tell them to find me at Lambristel. I will be there in a few hours.
I will tell them right away. Thank you, Mordu.
Okay.
You really know how to talk to people. I never thought you would be able to convince Mordu. His anger towards the Renaigse is so strong.
I mean, also a bit understandable. Can I just quick travel from here? Is that how this works? Yes, it is. Yeah, let's do that. I think we have time to finish this, and then next time we will do the companion quest. We'll continue the quest with Vasca. Really? Someone says, utterly discounting the honor of his enemy. That actually surprises me. I would have thought, well, I mean, it shouldn't surprise me, I suppose. Just looking at how the Great War was conducted, it does seem like the sort of thing where it would be very, very easy to dehumanize the opposing side because of the horrors that were committed. So I can see that.
You really are an
So far, he
accomplished
seems to be a
negotiator
gentleman, he
and
says.
diplomat, Your Excellency.
I knew you would succeed. Thanks to you, the whole region will be at peace.
Do you know where this place is, Ulan?
Of course. In our language, Lanristel means Glade of Promises. It is a sacred place. One whose peacefulness must be respected. It bodes well.
In that case, we should go there at once.
Yes. I will follow you. Come back to see me soon. And if luck is on our side, we will celebrate peace together.
Ulan is acting strangely. I do not trust him.
We should go to Lanristel to make sure we're not being tricked.
And if we want to see this encounter, we should leave now.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Evan says, oops, no, YouTube cut off my comment. He doesn't discount his enemies. Okay. Darn it, Susan. Alright, but let's go to the negotiation spot. It did seem to me like Ulan was the one being sketchy, but maybe. Okay, so it's largely an analysis of his tactics. Of the tactics in general, I guess. Okay. Oh, it's over there, okay. Well, we're just gonna have to sit and wait for like 10 minutes. Which is like the time we have left. Darn it. Oh, actually, we're gonna have to sit and wait for exactly 11 minutes. Which is exactly the time we have left. So I guess we're gonna have to pick this up next time, aren't we? Darn. Well. Alright, well, let's go here anyway. Oh!
Mordoon is being attacked. Let's go and rescue him.
These are nice. They will see. These are nice. They will see.
You're running out of energy.
Okay, never mind. We got it.
Adloredar, thank you for coming. You saved me. That accursed Ulan. I should have known he would betray us both. My men are dead, and now I am injured. He achieved exactly what he wanted in the end. I will have to join another clan if I do not want my whole village to suffer the consequences of my defeat.
I'm sorry, Mordoon. I really am.
You were deceived, just like I was. Sometimes, among the stones, there can be snakes. Farewell, Bon Almanawi. And do not let yourself be betrayed again.
So what does Ulan stand to gain from this? I mean, I suppose that that was a significant rival to his clan, so maybe it was just the diminishment of his own of his rival clan. Let's see if we can get back and get back to Ulan and confront him about this. If we can. I don't know if that's an option. But let's see if we can do that. Before we have to wrap up for the night. It says Rommel seems to be equally leader and introspective in his way. He knows what he might have. Who knows what he might have written after World War II? Which one am I supposed to go? I forget. There's a thing I want to get that I can't yet. And says it kind of makes you wonder just how much was known between groups in that regime. That's true. I know there was a good deal of. I mean, the upper echelon of the Third Reich certainly all were sort of in it together. And I think that the largest part of it, the largest shibboleth, I guess you'd call it, the largest dividing line between those who were in and out of the real core of the regime was the occult practices they were involved with. That some of them were far, far more involved in it than others, and those who were more involved with it had closer ties to sort of the inner circle. And if you're further away from that sort of thing, I think you were further away from the true nature of the Third Reich and all that stuff. I think Rommel, as far as I know, I mean, honestly, most of the military leadership weren't really involved, except for, I guess, the SS, the leaders of the SS, but I don't know exactly.
Traitor! This meeting was meant to establish peace, and yet you have exclusively sent armed men.
Mordoun was a Danae ex-regao. He would have never accepted an agreement with the Renaig Say. He would have endlessly attacked our merchants and our allies' caravans. We had to protect ourselves if we were to make these exchanges possible. So we did.
By lying and manipulating me.
I am sorry, but I was unsure that you would agree to help us if I told you the truth. I understand your anger, but keep in mind that we are now at peace. Thanks to you. You are now a Karans of Ignara. And should you seek it, you will always have our assistance. Anything else?
Well...
Nothing. I must go.
I mean, that's a fair point. It did lead to far more peaceable relations overall. And that is undeniably a good thing. And he was a very dangerous enemy to everybody involved. Peace, all that. So it was, let's say, it was justifiable in itself, but, it was justifiable in itself. The trouble was, that it was through unjust means. Through basically a false surrender, under a banner of, it was an attack under a banner of peace, which is, fundamentally unjustified. So that's it. That was really the problem, not so much the just the target and the method of the attack. Okay, so let's Let's see, what's next? Kurt, nothing. Yeah, let's talk to Vasco. Give him our help. Let's do that next time. Yeah, because it's about midnight. It's very late. I have to get up as early as I possibly can tomorrow morning. Interestingly enough, we're having class outside tomorrow, at least for my first two classes. Probably not the third. People are not wanting to, and I don't want to push anybody into it. But it's looking like I'm going to be able to have my first two classes, at least, outside tomorrow, which should be a wonderful time. It's set to be very nice out, high in the mid-70s. It looks like no rain, unlike the last couple of weeks and the next couple of weeks, as it so happens. So, should be a good time for it. And we're also set to talk about Pascal, set to talk about C.S. Lewis, start to talk about some issues there, with issues with pragmatism, all that fun stuff. Should be a couple of great classes that I'm greatly looking forward to. Anyway, thank you all for joining me tonight. I had a great time. Discussed some fun things, some maybe less fun things, but certainly some interesting things. And I'm certainly looking forward to continuing right here next Monday. And also, of course, continuing Dragon Age 4 on... Or, sorry, not Dragon Age 4. That's rumored to be coming mid-next... sort of next summer, I should mention. Unlikely, but maybe. That's what the rumors say. Anyway, Dragon Age 2. We're going to be continuing, as usual, on Thursday. So, look forward to that. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you all for joining me once more. And let's save right here. Everybody have a good night. See you next time.